Hey friends, I hope you're all doing well. So a lot of you commented lately that you have problems staying motivated or in good mental health during the cold and dark half of the year. As I also used to feel that way most time of my life, but discovered very practical solutions for this problem just last winter, I really feel the need to share my tips with you here, in the hope that they also help you. So stay tuned if you also live in a colder climate. This is important now. The biggest game changer for me was vitamin D. So here in the middle latitudes and farther north, we don't have any chance to get enough vitamin D from October to April because the angle of the sunbeams is too flat. When our body gets enough sunlight, it's able to form vitamin D. But in the winter, this process stops because of the lack of proper sun exposure. We also can cover our vitamin D demand with our diet, because our food doesn't contain enough vitamin D for that. And this is important now. I found out that the lack of vitamin D was the reason for my winter depressions I had each year. It is scientifically approved that the absence of vitamin D causes depression, listlessness, and all these miserable feelings we carry around with us, especially in the end of winter. I felt a tremendous change of my mood when I started taking vitamin D supplements last year in March. I know supplements is an unusual topic for me, but this is so important because the lack of vitamin D is not only messing up our mood, if that wasn't enough. Our immune system can't work properly without enough vitamin D. And that's why we get sick so many times in winter. And most important, vitamin D is essential for our bone health. When we have a lack of vitamin D, our bones can't get mineralized so well anymore. And that leads to several bone illnesses and bone pain. Taking a supplement from September to April every second day. The one I have here is also the one with the highest quality I could find, because that's important when it comes to supplements. The vitamin D in the product comes from a natural source. It's extracted from lichen. It also contains vitamin K2, because this enables the body to make use of the vitamin D. The dosage is perfect for an adult who hasn't developed a deficiency yet. And it's vegan and free from fillers. I'm not getting sponsored, but I linked it for you in the description together with some further information. Of course, do some research on that topic and the different supplements yourself before you buy anything. I'm not a medical professional, I'm just telling you the things I have learned as accurate as I can. Before you take any supplements, go to the doctor and do a blood test to check for your vitamin D level and to see if you need any supplements at all. Because our bodies work all so different. So you don't need to have a lack of vitamin D necessarily. It's also that too much vitamin D is also harmful for your body. So inform yourself and be careful. So after we took care of our mental and physical health from the actual medical and scientific perspective, I want to talk about my all-time remedy. Nature. I know that when it is really cold outside, we tend to hide in a warm and cozy space. But in my opinion, nothing can raise our spirit more than a calming walk in the forest exploring the nature around us. So my advice is to go outside as often as you can, also because the body gets used to the cold then. To expose myself to the cold always feels like an adventure. I found out that there is hardly anything else that makes me feel so alive and attentive. I mean, you don't need to be as crazy as me and walk barefoot through a frosty meadow, but just going outside to feel the prickle of the cold on your cheeks while watching your breath condense can be very mood-lifting. And I really started to love the cold actually during the process of getting used to it. But of course, winter is also the time to get really cozy. And I think we can find a lot of joy in having a cup of a hot beverage together with our loved ones or just for ourselves. So my current favorite is a golden milk because it actually has a mood-enhancing effect. And it is also great for our intestine and the immune system. So I take a cup of the plant milk of my choice and heat it on the stove. Then I add turmeric powder, gingerbread spice, my personal secret ingredient, and some cinnamon. At the end, I stir in a teaspoon of organic honey for the sweetness. And that's it. It's tasty, healthy, warming, cozy, and fast and easy to make. What could be better? I also found out that it's important for our well-being and happiness to follow an overall healthy diet, because the happiness hormones, especially serotonin, are mainly produced in our intestine. When we eat crap, the intestine gets destroyed, inflamed, and is busy repairing itself. So it's forced to shut down the serotonin production and we feel depressed. Of course, it's also healthy for our mind to have a little treat from time to time and really appreciate it. also use the winter for internal work, to reflect and to gain strength. I just think it would be enormously sad if we were unhappy the half of our lifetime just because of the weather. Therefore, I wish you the best health, mentally and physically. And I hope some of my tips were helpful for you. See you next week.